On play action, Allen. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
To throw, it's Allen. And his first look is incomplete. The tight end, Lee Smith, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
On 2nd and 15 now. Allen. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Vic Beasley making it look easy, cruising in for the sack.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Hey, box drop.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Man open. That's Robert Foster complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Give them 16 yards there, a Tennessee 1st down.
Ready. 70, Indy.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill rolling to his right. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
So after the INT, it's Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double-team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
It's a big run there by Henry. 42 yards. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game, and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
On 2nd and 9, Tannehill. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, 40 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
Joseph now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Now Allen under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jeffrey Simmons. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. On play action, Allen. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open, otherwise just don't.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Off the edge, Mario Addison gets the sack. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Derrick Henry. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
3rd and long, it's Tannehill. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here comes Josh Allen and the Bills offense back onto the field. He's completed 4 passes so far in this game. The issue is 2 of them have been to the guys in the wrong colored jersey.
So I'd say there's a little bit of clouded vision, right? Sometimes he sees clearly, sometimes he doesn't. I know on the sideline they'll be going over things and talk about what the coverages are and what they're seeing. So you used to look at the snapshots.
John Brown! And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. John Brown, 53 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly. And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes. And he went all the way into the end zone. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going. They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field. Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On second down, it's Henry, and he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another. Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Titans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vic Beasley able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series? Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, Zoo. 49, guys. Mike, 49. Yeah. Mike, now.
Back to throw, Tannehill. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball. Now they face a 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Bravo.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. He wants it all for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And an alley to run. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? Now those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Play action. Now it's Allen. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
They'll run with Henry, and he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2. This is Henry, and he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Get off the field. Pick the edge. Come. 5. 49, guys. Mike.
You're out.
Come off the ball. Kill.
Get it.
Kill.
Tannehill on first down. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Uncorks one for Davis. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Hey, wahoo!
49, guys. Mike, 49. Hey, keep it up.
Mike, go.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
General West.
Back to the air. Tannehill on second down. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Jet bomber.
Yo,
Smooth.
watch the shot. 49.
Hey, Sam off. Ready?
From the red zone now, Tannehill. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time. That'll bring up second down. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. The kick by Joseph is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Man, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
So we've hit half, and just like that, on we head to half number 2. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here comes Ryan Tannehill now, leading his offense back out there. And it was somewhat of a strange first half. He threw 3 interceptions, yet you look at the scoreboard, they've got the lead.
So you know what I think he did at the half? He stood up in front of the team, especially in front of the defense, and said, thank you. Appreciate what you've done. You guys have picked me up in a big way. And guess what? I'm going to get back to being who I am, which is pretty darn good. Let's go play the second half.
Throwing on second down, Tannehill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now Brown. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vic Beasley in there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out. To try again after the sack. Allen. And Diggs has it. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Allen going to throw. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. Allen. It's complete to Diggs. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. Second down and goal. Allen, and he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. From 8 yards out, and the Bills have retaken the lead.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 14-10. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it culminates in a Bills touchdown. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And a busy night for Henry continues. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A first down carry for Henry. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 47. Tannehill eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Ed Oliver able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. Another try after the first down sack. Tannehill. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now in Nashville. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the 4th quarter. Now it's Tannehill. He gets it to Brown. Complete. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown. 51 yards. And the Titans have once again taken the lead. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen. Took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Going deep for Diggs. And now here's another interception. Picked by Kevin Byard. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It can be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. The tackle is made by Micah Hyde. And his carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry. He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now a first down throw. Tannehill escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now Tannehill. They'll roll him out right. And this is incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Here's Tannehill. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Tannehill now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They'll run it again with Henry. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Henry. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. They'll run for it with Henry. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On first down, it's Henry, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They'll try the right side with Henry. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
That block had all the earmarks of a special teams coach who's been working on this for a long time, but kept it in his pocket until he absolutely needed it. That looked like one of those ones that just said, crucial, have to have it, and called it.
So something maybe you don't use in the 2nd quarter of a 20-point game, but here 4th quarter try to seal it, you do.
No doubt. And those guys spend so much time on tape trying to find work.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
49's the mic. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go.
Hey, Charlie.
Let's bring it. 49's the mic.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. Looking for his running back, and he's got him.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Tannehill. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, you know, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trusting his quarterback and trusting his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now Allen. Wide open receiver complete. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Allen now 9 of 17 through the air. Allen to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. He's back to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Robert Foster, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Back to throw. Allen forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. To throw is Allen. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Jonathan Joseph there on the coverage. And now the field goal team on for Buffalo. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And now the field goal team on for Buffalo. And this one is right through. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now.
Let's go, baby.
So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Rashaan Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now a handoff looking right. And all the way to the opposite 49-yard line. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you could hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down. Offensively, back-to-back really nice plays. This defense, they've got 2 timeouts, maybe should burn one.
Yeah, when you get back-to-back explosive plays, to me, anything over 10 yards, I don't care if it's a run or a pass, I count it as an explosive play. That sets your defense back on its heels. A timeout here would be a good idea and try and get themselves settled because we're in OT. This is big time.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. On second and 12, Allen, blitz coming, and down he goes. Daquan Jones fighting his way home to get the sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Now another timeout here called by the Titans. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here comes Ryan Tannehill now, leading his offense back out there. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
They only got a yard out of that last completion. And that makes us 2nd and 9.
Hey, check 24, check 24.
Here's Tannehill. They will find Davis. That's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. A little dinking and dunking that they're doing. At some point, is it appropriate to maybe take a shot?
It is if you feel good about it. But otherwise, you do what a coach told me a long time ago. Take what they give you but make them tackle. In other words, get it to one of your guys in space. If he makes someone miss, that could turn into the big play you're looking for.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go. Pick it up, D.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
49. Mike 49.
5.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. Complete. It's Henry. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway. Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Back. Shoot.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
No.
Go. Snap.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And that's how this one ends. In dramatic fashion in overtime with the interception. Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.